Rashidi Ellis, first round knockout in his first bout in like 19 months.
Yeah, I didn't get to see it, but I heard for sure.
Now fans are starting to clamor for Rashidi Ellis versus Jaron in this matchup.
Yeah, Rashidi Ellis, he's a good fighter. I like him as a fighter, but I think Boots just bring too much all around. Like Rashidi Ellis is good. Like Boots is generational, right? Where I see Boots, I see like Roy Jones with some technical skills that Roy Jones with fundamentals and shit he do. Rashidi Ellis, he's a great fighter, but like if I had to compare Rashidi Ellis from what I've seen from him, he reminds me of Andre Berto. That's not like, it's not a diss. Andre Berto was a good fighter, where he's fast hands, got some pop, got a work rate, but I don't really see defense. That's always been Andre Berto problem, defense, and couldn't really fight in the inside. Now, I've been saying that since like Andre Berto was so-called like coming up and people was pushing that on him. But Rashidi Ellis remind me of Andre Berto to me a lot. And if I had to go styles-wise, I think Boots would stop him I say Boots would stop Rashidi Ellis in the mid rounds. Good fight, but
I mean, Boots has never been past 6, so how do you see that going like 7, 8 rounds, 9 rounds?
I mean, it's possible, but it's an interesting fight because the speed. But then Boots gonna have to think a little bit more than like his average opponents. But that amateur background, it helps them both. But also to me, it's the same thing. What happened to what's the kid? It's Castillo Clayton. Castillo Clayton is actually a good fighter, but when you come in and see that speed and that punch, it makes you gotta think. And Rashidi Ellis gonna have to think when he in that ring. That's gonna be the big affection. Is like,
isn't that vice versa though? Because of a detractor would argue you've never seen Boots in there with a guy that fast. So doesn't that work both ways? Sheedy has never fought a guy that fast. Boots has never fought.
Yeah, that's why I said Boots will have to think more. But I think Boots just come with more of a package where Boots. If I had to play that fight out, I could see Boots parrying a lot of his punches and then coming back. And Boots is very accurate. And to me, he's naturally a harder thumping puncher. And then they both very active, but to me, Boots has way more of a versatile style. So that, and then, I wonder, I know the ruggedness of Boots already. I know the ruggedness, but when Rashidi gets hit and all that he gonna have to think. Because the same thing with people be like Castillo Clayton was a bum, this and that. That dude is not no bum. He was actually an Olympian. He actually a good fighter. Most fighters he would have took rounds and been in great fights with, but when it came to Boots, it was like a whole different situation. He was like, oh shit. You could see it from right off the gate. He wasn't able to handle that length and that speed that was coming with the jabs and somebody that accurate. So it's going, to me, I would see how Rashidi Ellis had to think about that. I seen Rashidi Ellis fight a good couple times and I liked him. He actually be sparring my guy Boo Boo a lot. Boo Boo was the first one to actually put me on to Rashidi Ellis. Like he was like, there's a kid up there I'll be sparring that's real good.
Is that the most realistic fight that can be made and that will be made for Jaron in the future?
It could be in the future, but it definitely could be. But you also got Stanley Onus. It depends on the situation and where they at. Like to me, kind of see them fighting in the near future. Yeah, I can see them for sure. But it's between that fight, you got Stanley Onus. I doubt Thurman. I doubt anybody that has established career already is going to fight Boots. The Thurman, they're going to try to avoid it unless for some reason like Showtime and Cameron Duncan can put a lot of money into it to make them. But besides that, I think Thurman and them going to duck the smooth. So I see the youngers, but I see Rashidi Ellis taking it before like a Virgil Ortiz for sure.
In the Conor Ben?
Yeah, in the Conor Ben, yeah, because they're going to move more smarter. Where Al Heyman, I'm not saying Al Heyman going to push you right, but I think they're more on a battleground to see each other faster than they is with Virgil Ortiz.
Okay.